Hi, Chelsea. How are you? I just want to say thank you for coming, and I'm glad that you are back for our second video conference on Zoom.
Yes, thank you. I'm getting used to the platform, but I'm enjoying it. So thank you so much for having me and taking the time.
Of course, I know it's definitely getting used to this type of platform, but it seems to be working for clients that have a little more busier schedules. So I know that our last meeting was a couple weeks ago, so I just wanted to go over a few housekeeping rules. I know that we went over confidentiality last time, so whatever you say in here is confident and will not be spoken about to other people unless it is that you would hurt yourself or somebody else. So then I would have to report that. But are you still okay with those rules?
Absolutely, I definitely understand.
Okay, perfect. So we can get started. So basically, just let me know, like, I just want to know, like, how the last couple weeks have been going. Has there been any issues, any changes that have occurred over the last couple weeks since we last spoke?
Yeah, actually, kind of a big one. A week ago, I got fired from a job that I had been at for almost 15 years.
Oh, no, I'm very sorry to hear that. That is not, I'm so sorry. If you don't mind me asking, can you elaborate a little bit of kind of what happened and walk me through the situation?
Yeah, so I was working as a business consultant um, at a firm that I've been at for, like I said, almost 15 years. I had good benefits with them, and I
Mhm.
felt um, personally fulfilled in what I was doing. And um, kind of going alongside that, for the last few months, my dad has been living with me, and he has dementia, and I have been his primary caregiver along those couple months. And I just, every day has just been kind of like a struggle. And um, basically, I've taken any opportunity that I could to try to escape. And my escape is through alcohol. Um, and so I've just kind of spiraled down the last couple months and been showing up late to work, and um, yeah, I just haven't been giving 100%, and I never thought that they would fire me, but they did.
Well, I appreciate you opening up about that. I know that that isn't something that is easy to talk about, but I'm here to help and I want us to try to work through this together. And so you know that you're not alone. And I know that right now everything kind of feels like it's falling on top of you. But you will get out of this and we'll find a routine and a schedule that works for you. Regarding the use of alcohol, is there any, I know that it was probably more of an awakening that knowing that this has become an issue and it's starting to affect your work.
Yeah.
Is there any coping skills that you have tried in the last couple weeks to maybe help with the drinking, or do you have a support system put into place that is able to help you with your father that lives with you?
Um, so my mother, she passed away a few years ago,
I'm sorry to hear that.
and yeah, and she was the primary caregiver for my father, um, and so around that time I also got divorced. Um, so I don't really have support from like a significant other.
Mhm.
I do have two adult children, but um, they are off doing their own things. And besides, I don't want to really burden them with, my own issues and everything. Um, so I do have a couple close friends that I'm able to talk to, but I mean, everyone's kind of dealing with their own things, and um, I know that it's an issue, and I know it's something I need to get support for. Um, but I just don't really know where to turn to.
Of course, I understand. And I know that there's a lot of people in your lives, and sometimes it is difficult to reach out to them when
Yeah.
you need help. But, and what I think that might be a good thing for you is, have you ever tried like a support group, like from outside people to talk to you? Maybe like AA meetings or anything like that?
Um, no, I haven't really tried that, because I don't know, I just feel like if I go to a support group, and I know that this might be faulty thinking, but I feel like then that means that I couldn't handle it on my own, um, which I know is the case, but um, I just want to get back to work and, um, you know, going back to that routine, um, and possibly, I don't know, you know, maybe taking my father somewhere that can give him the support that he needs, full time.
Of course. And I know a lot of clients that I have spoken to in the past, like, do feel the way of like they reaching out for help, it makes them feel weak or vulnerable. I I give you a credit for even coming to talk to me, because that does put people in a vulnerable position as well. Um, is there any, like, I know some AA meetings,
Mhm.
they are affiliated like with religion. Is there
Mhm.
any religion that you affiliate yourself with, that you think that you might be able to reach out to them to do like a group to talk to other people um, that would benefit you?
Yeah, so my father and I are both of the Catholic faith, and I just haven't been able to take him um, lately, because he is becoming increasingly confused, and so I feel that if I took him out, then he went to mass with all of these people that he knew for so long, and they knew him as such a strong businessman who was just so independent,
Mhm.
and I don't want to take that dignity away from him, so I haven't really reached out in that sense, but I do want him to be a part of it. So maybe going to meet with um, someone from the church to see kind of what they have to offer might be good. I think that's a good idea. Yeah, I think you're
Yes,
right.
of course. Yeah, I think that would be a great avenue for you to go down. Um, and we can talk about that later in our session, or tomorrow, like our next session, about kind of like a game plan and working on like the proper steps of moving forward, so you don't feel completely overwhelmed. Um, is that something that you would be interested in?
Absolutely. Yes.
Perfect. One of the things that I just want to go over quickly before we end is
Yeah.
to keep in mind to like watch out for over the next couple of weeks before our next session.
Hmm.
Is there any like certain triggers or certain times that you feel like you need to have a drink because of this? Because I know the job and everything, and we can work on like job hunting and getting yourself on a um, like going down the right road before we really jump into another job. But being at home, like, are there certain triggers that you feel like cause this?
Yeah, I think definitely like the cocktail hour at 5 o'clock, because that's usually when I'm used to getting home. Um,
Okay.
but I I think it's just become so much that um, just drinking too much and then not being able to function the next day.
Yes, well, that is good to know that you know when that trigger is. So my little homework assignment for you
Okay.
this week, so is to kind of look at realizing when those triggers come up, and maybe going for a walk or going for something to distract yourself, because being home and being the sole caretaker can be a lot of stress. Um, so just just being connected and realizing that I think that would be a good start to putting in a solid routine that we can work on next session. How does that sound?
Yeah, that sounds really great. Thank you so
Awesome.
much.
Perfect. Well, I
Yeah.
just want to say, oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say I can definitely have that done.
Thank you. Yeah, I think that is a good step and we can work on it. And you can always call if there's any bumps in the road over the next couple weeks. But I just want to say thank you very much for sharing. And I think we made some great progress this session.
Yes, thank you so much.
You're very welcome, Chelsea. I will talk to you soon.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.